Zerline now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20. Call it the 21.
Here we go.
Off of play action. Here's Lance. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
A throw down the field, caught by his running back.
Here we go.
Just pulled it off through here. It's an early third and long. Trying to run forward with Pollard, and he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Faced with their first third down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen third down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage is?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On 2nd and 12, Lance. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They'll wind up being 7.
This is a as this game goes on because with his speed, they're not getting the ball in space. Just like this. And going after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you've got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
They'll have one of the tight ends in motion left. Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon. Now the 4th-round pick out of Georgia, Zamir White. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of the drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
Second down at 5. Now Jones. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That's the start that you want. You know
7-yard line. Vita Vea busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After the sack on first down, Jones. And his throw here's incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And that hits the crossbar and comes back, and it's no good. And by just a whisker, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. He's got it inside the 10. A big play that time for Cleveland. And even 50 yards. Well, for Trey Lance, not only was he the youngest quarterback in the 2021 draft class, but many say he had the strongest arm, too. And he showed it off here.
And how about how he improvised right there, because he got flushed out of the pocket, locked eyes with his wide receiver, who knew to just keep running. And he was able to lay that one out there for him to run under.
And that one spanning an even 65 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal.
And cycle. Ball red. Black open.
Lance looking to throw it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Trey Lance, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Browns will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point by Butker is on target, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll try the right side here with White. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beat. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Now Jones on 3rd down. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Obviously, man coverage there, probably they got downfield, broke down the defender. Yeah, it made him think he was going to run a different route. He thought he was going to take it upfield, then it curls back inside for the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again. Jones. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. By that time, it looked like he essentially just ran right into the pass rush.
Yeah, partner, I'm not much of an outdoorsman, but the fish jumped right into the net, didn't he? Because you've got to make sure that you're deep enough that you can get around the defensive end, have an angle there. But he couldn't do it because he actually cut that one off. Really?
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, really not much secret there. 3rd and long, Charles, and he was looking to throw the football. And I would imagine as a defender, you're kind of salivating in that spot, right?
You certainly are, because 3rd and long situations, they tip the scale towards the defense every single time. Now you're actually able to dictate and understand what the offense is trying to do. You know what the first down marker is? You set your defense that way, and maybe you can be a little more aggressive in certain situations because of that. You start focusing on your coverage assignment, and when the ball's released, you break on it and make a play, as we just saw there. It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featuring receivers that move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one, but were just unable to complete the pass.
Great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Lance. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line.
One of my old teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He's like, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. In this case, he picks up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Pollard going to try the right side. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call that a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
A good run on first down, followed up by a not so good run on 2nd down.
Now it's found out they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Lance looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
from the 22. Jones. And that one complete downfield to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
Here's Jones on 1st and 10. Again, it's Johnson. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Again, he'll drop the throw. On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, 1st down. Give him 12 yards on that. Yards of the French shut it down.
Well, sometimes it doesn't appear like much. The outright can be very dangerous when you throw it to a guy like Julio Jones. If you try and undercut it, it can turn into a big play. The reason he's able to get it so often is because of his ability to push people deep, and they have to respect that.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Firing, and Julio Jones has it on his slant. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
Jones now operating from the gun. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity
The Browns drive about to get started. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety.
Every team has plays in their book to try and buy some room when a safety's on the table. But a big variable is how does each team deal with the pressure of executing in those situations. In this case, they didn't, and they gave up 2 points.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. And it's taken in at the 9. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they get Jones for the 3rd time in this ballgame. Marcus Jones picks it, and the Browns are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Rolling to his right. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can turn this play and get the series back on track with a completion for enough yards for a 1st down.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Real green. Set.
Now Lance. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Darnell Savage. There he goes, right side. The 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably, your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. And Marcus Jones going to look to bring this one out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go. Black walk.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Jones. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said, that they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
And here's Ryan Wright now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this game has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. Josh Jones there to get him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say it hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well. He's getting the ball down, got to get more help. Obviously, one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing his lance on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And they won't risk defending a return here. That one's out of bounds, and it'll be spotted at the 14-yard line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And our game's had a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They keep it on the ground. White again. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. And this this is going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
It's a 45-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Browns drive about to get started. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. More than one defender there. That's a loss of 5 on the side.
So don't think easy analysis about that next opportunity. If you put themselves in situations that just take an episode like that.
Offensive session now may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
That's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Taken down by Pete Werner.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
The punt team on now. It's from their end zone. They get it away. Jones on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach
Can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
The third quarter now, a one-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47. And in search of their yards here as they look to convert the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. That's complete. It's Okuwebunam. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Just week one, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run left with Pollard, and that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Up from his safety spot to charge in and make the play, Landon Collins.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game, and all that pregame whooping has turned into results.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lance finds his man. It's John Mechie. And the tackle going to be made up at 38. I think it's safe to say defensively the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very hard because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling him almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Lance going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now, there's a reason they call him the ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
The return is Jones from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Here we go.
The Browns drive about to get started. And can they regroup? That's the question. The pick 6 hurt, no doubt, but this is still a one-score game here in the 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
A gain of 8 there on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, some field goals are bigger than others, and that one makes this a 2-score game.
And with the way their defense has played all game long, that's kind of a love letter to them because that might very well be all the points they need.
Here's Jones to bring it out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
For most people, the excitement of the kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder into ball carrier, and down he goes.
The Browns drive about to get started. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase a 2-score deficit here in the 4th. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start. This is going to wind up incomplete.
Here we go.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
Flag 2.
Now a play fake. Lance. Yeah, he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that will get a fall incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the onset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to put a little pressure on this snap.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted a 3rd of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10.
52 blaster.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
But based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Stay on the ground with White. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But boy, what a nice play there defensively.
Tackling him behind the line, but you're right, you look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Zerline's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points, so while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Paid for this? Can't we score? Let's go.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And in fact, we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Panthers, 6. Black shot. Ready?
On 2nd and 10, Lance. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've got trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. He's got his man, that's Hardman. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down.
And cycle.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Again, they'll throw it to Lance. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they've certainly had trouble blocking this defense through 3.5 quarters, so I don't expect it to get any easier now. You know they're going to be sitting back and waiting on everything, and they force an incompletion there.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance. Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. Brian Burns flying in there and dropping it for the sack.
Defensive coach always said, guys, you get behind the right to rush the passer. They put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they're going to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. On 3rd and long, it's Lance. They'll get that complete to Albert O. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 44-yard line.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
False start's going to push them back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Butker on for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So with just under 40 seconds to go, you figure this is going to need to bounce their way if they have any shot. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. First down, here's White. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, will likely put an end to this thing. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Browns. Taking it right down Broadway. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up. Butker now to add the extra point. And no sweat. He puts it through. And we are tied here in the 4th. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Yeah, Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the save calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go with White on the counter. And this is not going to be what they needed. They get a few here, but now 3rd down as the clock runs. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And here's Ryan Wright now. He's been terrific so far. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now, it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down to get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball... Oh, and it's intercepted! Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. What a gigantic interception here in the first drive of overtime. And now, Charles, with where they're at in the field, I mean, they're already in field goal range to win this thing.
And the head coach is just talking to the special teams coordinator right now and saying, okay, where does he want the ball positioned? Because that's all you're going to do on offense. Move it to that spot. Make sure you take care of the football and probably 3rd down, kick the field goal, and try and win this game.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here we go. They run straight ahead here with White. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Going right side is White. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. But Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Panthers, it was a game that could have gone either way, but they get the touchdown in overtime to secure the Week 1 victory. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Giants. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.